Hello everybody, my name is Chris Parks and I'm going to share you my part in the attorney-client privilege case involving Napster and Bertelsmann. And I did part C, and part C is should the courts grant the plaintiff's request for the attorney-client privilege communication involving the attorney and the client in the Bertelsmann case. To understand that case, you have to understand Napster's case. And what Napster was doing was creating a copyright infringement. Napster had a massive amount of user base to where they would download MP3s to their computers, and it was free. You upload it, whatever you wanted, and everyone else can download whatever you have, and you could do the same with theirs. And it created a lot of problems with the record companies because they got copyrights for all their music that they make, and they work hard in making that music, trying to find singers and everything, and they got the CD and they charge the CD and they make money off of it. Well, Napster was doing it for free, and they're like, well, that's not right. I'm not going to make any money if they're going to be able to get all this music for free. How am I going to make my money? Because now I'm fixing to lose it. Well, the plaintiffs got together and they accused Napster of copyright infringement, and most of the plaintiffs that accused Napster were part of the Recording Industry Association of America, and they forced Napster to shut down shop because it was copyright infringement. They were able to give enough evidence, and the courts agreed, and they shut down. Well, here comes Bertelsmann, a German-based mass media company, and they just come in and they saw Napster, and it was like, wow, they got a bunch of customers. They got all these customers, and they're not making any money. Man, we need to gain these customers. So they go in and they give $85 million loan, and they want to change this free operating company online and turning it into where they can charge some sort of a fee, and they can make money off of the customers, and turn around they could pay the copyrights and for all these record companies to where they pay them off and we make money. And that was their potential objective to gaining Napster. Well, here comes the plaintiffs again, the record companies. The record companies come in and they say, well, you know what, Bertelsmann, they came in, they gave this loan, but they didn't just give a loan. They took over Napster, and they were supposed to shut down, but they continued on operation, and they got millions of cases of evidence of users continually downloading music, and they didn't like it. That's money that's coming out of their pockets that they're not gaining. So they filed suit, and the issue with the attorney-client privilege in Bertelsmann is the attorneys participated in the loan, the fraudulent loan. It was a sham loan. It was never really a loan itself. It was somewhat of a, they gave money to gain ownership of the company, and the plaintiffs were able to give enough evidence to prove that Bertelsmann was creating fraud. And the attorney-client privilege is a client's privilege preserve the confidentiality communication between an attorney and his client. Okay, well, there's an exemption to it, and it's the crime fraud exemption. The crime fraud exemption is the party must establish a reasonable relation between the fraud and the attorney-client communication. And there wasn't. There was fraud involved. So the courts decided that they needed to give all the information of the attorney-client information for the plaintiffs to use for recovery, to where they can get enough further evidence to prove that Bertelsmann was at fault. And the case was the UMG Recording Inc. versus Bertelsmann AG. And I believe that the courts made the right decision, and that this is pretty much a foundation for all of operations with businesses, individuals, students, online, to where when it comes to downloading any kind of information that has copyright, trademarks, or somebody that has ownership for it, you gotta pay for them. You can't just download it for free. And this is a foundation for all of the issues that comes in the future. And a lot of cases have been trialed, and they were able to use this as information to force companies to pay for their wrongful copyright infringement and wrongful downloads. Thank you for your time.